Managing multiple marketplaces is tough, especially when you add in fulfillment, creating FBA shipments, WFS shipments, and having to keep track of which shipment has arrived, which one is lost, and everything else in between. That's where CrazyVendor comes in. With CrazyVendor, you can see all of your information for FBA and WFS shipments in one dashboard. Hey everyone, my name is Noah and welcome back to the CrazyVendor YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be going on an overview of how to create WFS and FBA shipments within CrazyVendor. And I'm also going to be showing you how to track your shipments from within one dashboard. So this way you're not chasing your shipments down in Amazon and also chasing them down in Walmart. You can see everything all in one place. When you log into CrazyVendor and you're on the CrazyVendor dashboard, you're going to go to the left-hand side. You're going to scroll and click on stock management. From there, you're going to click on inbound shipment. From within inbound shipment, you can create shipments for both Amazon and Walmart. You can see your shipments that have been created. You can see shipments that are in transit, ones that have been received, as well as ones that have action required or have errors. For Walmart, it's the same. So here you can see your shipments, transit, receiving, and action required. Before we create a shipment, let's go ahead and let's take a look at My Warehouse. So with My Warehouse, you can see all of your SKUs in your warehouse. So inside of this one, I have 2,716 total SKUs. Here's my listed quantity, total inventory, as well as low stock alerts. So it gives you a bird's eye view of all of your inventory in that location, and you can sort it by warehouse, marketplace, supplier, as well as a ton of other filters. Additionally, if you go to FBA and WFS stock, you can specifically look at inventory that is at the marketplace facilities like Amazon FBA and WFS all in one place. And you can sort it by the different marketplaces again, sort it by ones that are inactive, low stock, so you can make all these decisions based on the items that require your attention the most. Lastly, if you want general inventory reports, we have them available for downloading right here in inventory reports. Once you click on here, you'll be able to download your My Warehouse reports, FBA stock, WFS stock, and all the important reports that you need to run for your business. Now let's get back to creating shipments. So once you go back to the inbound shipment page, from here you can click on the Amazon tab, and then you're going to press create shipment. Next, you're just going to enter in your address. So this is going to be your account address, or if you needed to, you can change it. Then you can select the marketplace. So I'm only connected to the Amazon US marketplace and only one account. So it's automatically defaulting to there. Next, I need to add a product that I want to send in for FBA. Once you've selected an item by clicking add product, you can then go ahead and say how many total units you want to send in. So for this one, let's say I'm going to send in 100 units, and then I'm going to prep it. So I'm going to leave it as seller. Label owner would just be me. And then if you have an expiration date on your product, you can set it right here. Then you would be able to go ahead and print out GTIN labels. So I'm going to go to next. Then it's going to ask me for the dimensions of the box size. So I can enter in inches or centimeters. So for this one, let's say it's going to be 24 by 24 by 20, making sure that we're underneath Amazon's limit of 25 inches per side. And then if you were doing pallets or you were doing a different shipment arrangement, you would select that. So then let's go ahead and say that this item is going to weigh 45 pounds. And then I can either do 2D barcode, I can do the manual, or I can do provided. So next, I just need to add the product to the box that it's going to be shipping in. So I'm just going to add the product. Then I'm going to say units for this box. So let's say all 100 will fit in here. I'm just going to press next. After you choose next and you add your products to the box configuration, you're then just going to choose how you want to ship your items into Amazon. So you're going to choose if you want a non-partnered carrier, if you want to go with UPS, as well as all the other options. And then once you're done, just press create and confirm, and then you'll receive the labels, slap them on your box, and then you'll be able to track them from within CrazyVendor. So now that we've covered Amazon, let's go ahead and take a look at Walmart. So to get started, you're just going to make sure that you're on the Walmart tab, press create shipment, and then you're going to be able to add a product. For the products that you're adding to your shipment, you're going to want them to already be converted for WFS, so this way you don't have any errors. From there, we're just going to choose the product that we want to send in that is already converted for WFS. After you've selected your item or items, you're then just going to choose the quantity. So here I'm just going to put 12, cost per unit, I could put 20, let's say. Then I have any add-on services. So I'm not going to be doing any labeling, any poly bags for this, but you can add it. And then if you need GTIN labels to label your products, you can select that there. So I can have 12, and then if their expiration date, you can add it right there. And CrazyVendor will give you all of the labels with the expiration and the GTIN on one label, making it super easy to go ahead and download, slap them on your products, and then ship them off to Walmart. So then you're going to press next. When you're on the next page, so this is going to be creating your shipping. So from here, you're going to enter in your boxes. You're going to enter in the information such as weight, dimensions. You're also going to enter in expected delivery date, your value, as well as you can also download your shipping labels. So here, Walmart has what's called ITS, which is essentially their transfer service. So if you want, you can pay a little bit extra to ship everything to one fulfillment center, or you can pay a little bit less, and this way there's going to be no fee, but they will make you split up the shipment into different fulfillment centers. So for this one, let's say I want to pay for the ITS fee. So I'm just going to choose the expected delivery date. So I'm going to go a week out, and then I have my declared value, and the label size looks good. So then for package size units, it's going to be in inches, and then the package weight is going to be in pounds. So then it's all going to be in one box. Load type is going to be single SKU. Let's say the length is 12 by 12 by 12, and then the weight is 12 pounds. So everything looks good. This is a very simple shipment, but if you had more boxes or different items, you would just go ahead and enter in all that information. Next, I'm going to press confirm and create SKU, and then it's going to load it up, and it's going to give me the labels that I can download both the box content as well as the FedEx labels to ship out my items. So you'll see, because I only have 12 units, it's only going in one box, so there is no placement fee. But from here, you'd be able to download all of your labels, and then you'd be able to purchase your FedEx labels, and it would build to your Walmart account. So you just press done, download your labels, and ship them out, and then you'd be able to see the shipment inside of a CrazyVendor dashboard. So that's a step-by-step overview of how to create WFS and FBA shipments from within CrazyVendor and manage it all under one platform. If you're ready to simplify your business and stop paying for all the other subscriptions when you're not even using all of the features, then you're going to want to check out CrazyVendor with the link down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.